Hello YouTube people, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and today I want to show you the Pro Football Hall of Fame art series. This is normally called the Goal Line Art, and it's a limited edition collector's series of Hall of Fame postcards of the Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame players. So I want to show you my autograph set, which is almost complete. First I want to show you a regular card, what the card looks like without being autographed. And as you can see in the book, that's here's a Jim Thorpe. And of course that card could never be autographed by Jim Thorpe, like some of these Hall of Famers. But many of the new ones, the people that were alive when they were inducted, I'll have their autograph in this book, which I'll show you. This consisted of 5,000 cards produced for each player. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. Even though 5,000 cards are produced, how many of these were actually signed? These had to be signed by the players individually, in person. So what I did and what I've gotten is in-person signatures of most of these players in the Hall of Fame. And here's an example of one of them. That's Ricky Jackson. He was inducted in 2010. And see the back, and this is a certificate of authenticity, which I have for almost every one of these. And here are some of the certificates of authenticity that I have for all these players. Some of them have pictures of them signing the card, like this. That's John Elway. That's him signing the cards, my card. There's a certificate. So anyway, let me get to the cards. I'm not going to be able to show all of these in one video because I have 2 of these books and I have over 200 autographed Hall of Fame football players. So let's start with, I'm gonna have to make this a 2-part series. I don't want the video to be more than 15 minutes. So here we go. We start off with Herb Adderley and Troy Aikman. This is going to be in alphabetical order. There's the Troy Aikman. I won't show all the backs, but the backs have the class, the year, all the information on the players. But the front really is what we want to see the most. This is the A, so this is Marcus Allen and Lance Allworth. Here are some older players, Doug Atkins and Morris Batgro, Morris Red Batgro. Here's all these, again, Hall of Fame players, hand autographed, on card. It's Lambert and Sammy Ball, Slinging Sammy Ball. Great quarterback back in those days. There's Bednarik. And as you can see, this is Bobby Bell, Chuck Bednarik. They're beautiful art cards. That's Raymond Berry, Elvin Bethea, great receiver, and Bethea was a defensive end. There's George Blanda and Fred Bilentikov. Great players back in those days, of course, all Hall of Famers. There's Mel Blount. And I think that's Bob Brown. Yeah, that's Bob Brown. I am missing a few of the players. Some of them have just gotten very expensive. As you can see now, we're in the Browns, and I am missing Jim Brown. It's gotten expensive. That one, I'm also missing Walter Payton. But most of the other players I'll have here. So this is Roosevelt Brown, and this is Paul Brown, one of the best coaches. Actually, the Browns were named after Paul Brown, the Cleveland Browns. Here is a couple more. This is Willie Brown, and this is a tough autograph here, Buck Buchanan. A lot of these have already passed away. Here's, let's see, oh, that's Nick Bonacani. Nick Bonacani and Dick Butkus. There's Dick Butkus. Nick Bonacani. There's Earl Campbell, sorry. Earl Campbell. Great running back from Houston. And Tony Canadeo, an old-time running back. Look at that. No, he's got no helmet basically there. There's a couple more. Harry Carson. And I forget who this is. This is Dave Casper. Harry Carson and Dave Casper. And these are old-time George Connor and Lou Kriegman. All old Hall of Famers. All passed away already. Here's Larry Zonka and Willie Davis. Great running back for the Dolphins, Larry Zonka. Undefeated season. Here's Lenny Dawson and Fred Dean. Great players. This is Joe Delamalure, I think it is. Yes, it is. Oops, Joe Delamalure. And that's Mike Ditka. That's Mike Ditka's autograph. Looks nice. Okay, here we go. Looks like it's Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson, and that's Dan Dierdorf. Dan Dierdorf is an NFL announcer. And Eric Dickerson, what a running back he was. Big and tough. And here comes a couple of big names. Oh, Tony Dorsett. There's Tony Dorsett. Autograph, nice autograph, number 33. And Bullet Bill Dudley. He's a good halfback back in those days, running back. Here comes the Art Donovan. And there's a John Elway, and I showed you John Elway autograph, a picture of him signing this actual card. John Elway. Here comes Carl Eller and Weeb Eubank. Weeb Eubank was a great coach for the Jets. Tom Fears, Ray Flaherty, another two important Hall of Famers back in the old days. This is Dan Fouts and Frank Gatski. It's a nice card of Dan Fouts. Old-time center, Frank Gatski. And this is Joe Gibbs and Frank Gifford. These are two very famous. Joe Gibbs, of course, won championships with the Redskins, and Frank Gifford. Gifford's an announcer, passed away recently. There's Sid Gilman and Bud Grant, two big-time coaches. Bud Grant won many championships with the Vikings. There's, that's Darryl Green, okay? Darryl Green and Mean Joe Green. Steeler great, Mean Joe Green. He was tough, he was mean. Here comes two big name players, Red Grange and Bob Greasy. Nice picture of Red Grange there, and a nice Bob Greasy. Another big name quarterback, Otto Graham. And this Packer is, it's Forrest Gregg, ex-coach. It's a nice Otto Graham autograph. And Forrest Gregg. Here comes a couple more. This is Russ Grimm and Lou Grossa. I think that's the first kicker I've shown so far. Lou Grossa. Moving on, Jack Ham. And that's John Hanna. Inscribed Jack Ham with his number, and Hanna with the class of 1991 Hall of Fame. This is Dan Hampton. Yeah, and Franco Harris. Big name Steeler running back, Franco Harris. Great catch in the Super Bowl. Win the game. Mike Haynes. Ted Hendricks. Mike Haynes, I don't know if you realize he couldn't hear. He's deaf, but made the Hall of Fame. Great cornerback. And Ted Hendricks, the Stork, the Matt Stork. It's a great linebacker. Moving on to, this is old time. That is Crazy Legs Hirsch. Elroy, Crazy Legs Hirsch. And that's Paul Hornung. Another big time Green Bay Hall of Famer, Paul Hornung. And, that's Kenny Houston. Kenny Houston of the Redskins. Oh, can't call them the Redskins anymore. The Washington team. And Sam Huff. Great player, Sam Huff. Big time linebacker. And this is, looks like Lamar Hunt, yeah. Lamar Hunt and Dan Hudson. Lamar Hunt, that's a tough autograph. And here comes a couple more Hall of Famers. Oh, how can I forget? Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin. And Jimmy Johnson. The other Jimmy Johnson, not the coach. It's a nice picture of Michael Irvin making that catch. He's famous for those low catches. Here comes, that's John Henry Johnson, old time, John Henry Johnson. Great running back. Back in the early 50s, no, 60s, 50s and 60s. And there's Charlie Joyner making his catch right on the sidelines. Tippy-toe catches he's famous for. Moving on, we got Deacon Jones. Great defense player, Deacon Deacon Jones, and Stan Jones. Don't know much about him, but Hall of Famer. And here comes two big-time quarterbacks. That's Sonny Jurgensen and Jim Kelly. I love that Jim Kelly card in the snow in Buffalo. Nice autograph for Jim Kelly and Sonny Jurgensen. They both signed very nicely. A beautiful autograph. Moving on, Leroy Kelly and Paul Krause. Here's Jim Langer. Great center for the Dolphins during the undefeated season. And Mr. Serious Tom Landry, one of the best coaches of all time for the Cowboys. Again, nice autographs. These old players signed their autographs very neat, not like today's. There's Dick Night Train Lane. Dick Night Train Lane. And, oh, that's Jack Lambert. Getting down to the end here. That's Willie Lanier. Marv Levy. I have over 200 of these Hall of Fame autograph cards. So I'm just showing you probably half of them now, and I'll do another video later. That's Steve Largent and Yale Larry, another kicker, and Largent, great picture of Steve Largent making those catches. Nice autographs, you can read their names. This is Glue Fingers Lavelli. And this is Dick LeBeau, yeah. Dante, Glue Fingers Lavelli, and Dick LeBeau. All time. Old receivers. And down to Floyd Little and Larry Little. Another Dolphin Hall of Famer. So that's about 100 or so autographs I've shown you. And I'm going to go ahead and do the next book in the next video. This video is getting long, but I wanted to give you guys a chance to see all these autographs. And we'll look at the next video in part 2, and I'll show you the rest of the autographs for the second part of the alphabet. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Everything else you got to do, I really appreciate it. Have a great day.